Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Michael, and we're going to be getting right back into some more Reddit stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's begin. This story was created in the True Off My Chest subreddit by a user named ExpensiveConcept152. The post is titled, "My ex-husband who cheated on me with my sister emailed me after 6 years. My ex-husband who cheated on me with my sister emailed me after 6 years. I, 33F, met my ex-husband Dan, 40M, almost 15 years ago at a restaurant when I was celebrating my 18th birthday. He was really nice, charming, and mature. He made me feel loved and special. For some context, I grew up in a dysfunctional family. My mom and dad used to always fight. My dad would sometimes go out and not come back for months. He died when my sister Abby, 25F, was born. My mom was way too fond of Abby since her birth rather than me. Abby was basically babied by my mother. She didn't neglect me at all, always did her best as a mother and provided for me, but I always felt something was missing. After Dan came into my life, I didn't feel like there was something missing from me. He supported me and he was caring. He would always buy me gifts and take me out on long drives. I felt complete when I was with him. We got married after dating for 4 years. I wanted to start a family right away, but Dan encouraged me to do my master's and help me build my career. He wanted us to be in a stable position financially before we started thinking about having kids. Seriously, he was the best guy I could ever ask for. After 5 years of being happily married, I discovered that my husband was cheating on me with Abby. I discovered the affair when my husband made an excuse that he would go out of town for a week, but he stayed in town and booked a hotel room where he and Abby could have sex. This had been going on for 6 months behind my back. I was really devastated. Abby and I were close growing up. I loved her and cared for her. How could she do this to me? After the D-Day, Dan and I had a fight. I asked how he could do this to me, that too with my sister who just turned 19. He said he didn't love me anymore, that I didn't give him enough attention, that I am not the same girl he fell in love with. Amidst this mess, I discovered that I was pregnant, but due to the stress, I lost the baby. He didn't even care enough to visit me at the hospital when I lost our child. He was having a weekend getaway with my sister. I should have seen the signs. Abby would always be touchy with Dan. Dan would sometimes stare at her, but it is still very disturbing for me. My mother, as usual, took Abby's side and told me to just make peace with it. I wanted to kill myself because I had no one left. I lost my child and my husband, my whole family. Then my best friend Tina, my savior, came to my rescue. She was moving to another state and asked me to come with her. I said yes. I was already divorced at that point and we lived in a small town, so I would obviously run into my ex and my sister. It took me a while to settle into my new life in a different state, but I met some kind people there. It helped me heal some trauma. I still have trust issues. I met my now husband Tony, 32M, after 1 year of moving to the new place. I was really hesitant and kept my guard up, but he showed me that he is trustworthy and loves me a lot. I was so happy with him that I almost forgot about the life I had back in my hometown. His parents were really welcoming and generous people. We got married a year ago. I am now pregnant with our first child. Yesterday, I got an email from my ex, Dan. It just brought back all the bad memories. I am just paraphrasing his email. He mentioned that he misses me. He tried to find me but couldn't. He is very miserable with my sister. She is very dumb and doesn't care about him like I do. I used to bake him a cake and throw birthdays for him, but Abby only texted him happy birthday and didn't even bother to buy him a cake. Plus, she is very rude, she doesn't respect him, and she is always at the bar with her friends. He also mentioned that she has cheated on him 5 times already. The last affair was with his cousin. Our mother also doesn't stop her. He will soon file for a divorce, but lately, he has been missing me a lot. He wants us to try again as a couple. He wants us to become a family just like before. Since I do not have social media except for Instagram, which is private, he probably doesn't know that I am married and I have a baby on the way. I don't know if I should feel pity for him or just laugh because the grass on his side is very brown rather than green. Update. I just wanted to say thanks to all of you who messaged and showed me support. I have decided to send him an email and be done with it. It goes like this. Dan, I am sorry to hear that you are suffering, but there is no way I would be with you. Yes, there was a time when I used to be that girl who would have taken you in a heartbeat, but that girl is not there anymore. That girl died the day I had a miscarriage and you were somewhere shacking up with my sister. I called you, but you never picked up. I am married to a wonderful man who loves me and cherishes me. I am also pregnant with our first child. I am beginning this new chapter of my life with someone I love and care deeply about. So please do not contact me ever again. You made your choice. You chose my barely legal sister over me. I do not care if she cheats on you or doesn't respect you. Someone like you doesn't deserve loyalty and respect anyway. I have left my old life in my old town. It will be best for you to move on and have some self-reflection. You are just a deeply insecure man who is getting old and thought having a young woman would be good by your side. Goodbye. Update 2, a lot of you have been asking me what he replied. Well, he replied within an hour of me emailing him. He said that he was stupid enough to believe that I would still wait for him, and he said he would always wait for me because no matter what, I will always be his baby doll. I cringed hard. He used to call me that, but now it feels repulsive. I also got an email from my mom and my sister. My mom just congratulated me and was excited that she is going to be a grandmother, and my sister also did the same and said she will be the cool aunt. I cannot believe these people. They forgot how they treated me when I needed them and, moreover, betrayed me. I cried for a long time because I've been reading your comments, and it seems like my sister and I were groomed by that man. I feel so stupid. I know I shouldn't be mad at my sister, but she was old enough to know it's bad to have an affair with a married man, especially someone who is your sister's husband. I blocked all of them. I am 5 months pregnant already. I don't need more stress. God bless my husband. He comforted me when I cried and later took me out for ice cream. I hope I can move past this. After a little while, OP provided an update post. It said, I am cooled down now. I think I can make a more elaborate update. Thanks to everyone who has shown me support. I needed it. The email from him, my ex, just struck me like a train. I had flashbacks of everything he has done to me. I think you guys deserve a detailed update. After I sent him the reply mail, he emailed me within an hour with the thing I said in my update 2 part. A few hours later, I got 2 other emails from my mom and sister. They sent them to my old email address that I hardly use now. I don't know how they knew about my pregnancy. I try to keep a low profile. I still haven't posted my baby bump pics on social media or made any announcements. I only have Instagram to follow my friends, but it just scared me. I broke down crying on the spot. Luckily, my husband Tony was around. He held me and put me on the couch. He knows everything about me. I never hid anything from him. I was a little bit scared that my mom and sister would find me. He reassured me that I am hundreds of miles away from them. I mean, we are on the opposite part of our country. He took me out for ice cream to comfort me. It took 2 ice cream cones to finally calm me down, lol. I told him about my concerns and that my mom and sister might demand to see my baby. It's a girl. He told me he would talk to his uncle, who is a police officer, to be on the lookout for them. Even if they come here and force themselves on us, he would fight for it. He is going to consult his lawyer friend about this matter, and he told me not to worry about my ex. He cannot harm me anymore. My husband even made a joke that he would move countries if he had to. Lastly, someone in my post commented that I should alert the daycare about my mom and sister in case they try to steal my baby. Well, we aren't planning to put her in daycare. Even though I am currently working, I decided I would quit my job and look after my baby and focus on healing from giving birth. I do have a good amount of savings in my personal bank, and this is my own decision. I will go back to work when our little princess is a little bit older. My in-laws are amazing. My Mill and Phil live nearby. They are both good people and offered to help with my child. Also, don't worry, apart from my in-laws, I have a good support system too. Tina and her wife Jenny basically adopted me, ALOL. They are really good people and always help me. I don't know what will happen in the future, but at least I am surrounded by some good people that I never had growing up. Now, I will take my leave and enjoy my husband pampering me. If something big happens, I will keep you guys updated, and my ex, sister, and mother are all blocked. User Bicycling Babe said he thought she would wait. He thought she would wait for his stupid ass to stop fucking her sister and come back. That guy. In the ear with a cactus. Under this comment, user Super Row said, it's weird, but some people really think that way. One of my exes thought I would wait for him too. He wanted to date other people to see if he could find someone better than me. All his other relationships were failures. Then he came back crawling years later to tell me that he misses me and he's ready to commit to me. I laughed and told him that I don't think my husband would be open to that. He was shocked that I continued building a life for myself separate from him, like if I had to be on pause. It's like some weird main character syndrome. User Father-Son Holy Toast said, "It seems like the ex-husband doesn't perceive the young women he preys on as real people, but as props for his life. He was happy to discard OP when she was having a medical emergency, but when his new toy didn't give him the same attention and enjoyment, he wanted the other one back again, with no thought for where she may be now in her life journey or how she may have moved on from their toxic marriage." User Big Lips Magoo said, "I had a very similar situation in my own life. I received an email a few months after I got remarried and everything. So similar, except I didn't lose my baby. We moved about 600 miles away too. I just didn't respond to the email. I didn't say a word back. It's been about 8 years since that email, and the sheer joy I get whenever I think about it floats my petty balloon until I think about it again. It was 100% the right move not to even respond. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm still married and very happy. He adopted my kids, including the baby I didn't lose. We had 2 more and adopted 1. Now we have 6 kids and a crazy but extremely fulfilling and loving life. He can't find us, even if he wanted to. I don't even check that email address anymore, so if he sent anything else, it also went unanswered. And that baby he abandoned will be 14 next month. She's so incredibly beautiful. She's funny, smart, plays the drums, and skateboards. She has the most beautiful thick ringlet curls in her hair and eyes so dark they verge on black. She has the most perfect dimples in each cheek. She's truly a beauty, but her personality shines even brighter. She calls me her best friend and looks so much like my husband that people think she's biologically his, except her stank face. Then she looks just like me. I definitely won in my situation. I hope OP ends up winning in hers too. Fly high, petty balloon. Fly high." This next post was made in the Am I the Asshole subreddit by a user named Allison Vio. The post is titled AITA for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after she secretly dated and got engaged to my ex-fiance. Alright, Reddit, buckle up, because this is a roller coaster. I, 28F, was engaged to my ex-fiance Mike, 30M, for 2 years. We were together for 5 years in total and were supposed to get married last summer. About 3 months before our wedding, I found out that he had been cheating on me with someone else. It was devastating and I called off the wedding immediately. Mike moved away shortly after we broke up and I thought that was the end of it. I was heartbroken, but I slowly started to move on with my life. Fast forward to last month, I get a call from my younger sister Lily, 25F, saying she has exciting news and wants me to come over to our parents' house for dinner to share it. When I arrived, Lily and my parents were all smiles and she drops the bombshell. She's engaged to Mike. My head was spinning. I felt like I was going to pass out. Lily and Mike had been secretly dating for the past year and now they were engaged. My parents had known about it for months but decided to keep it from me to protect my feelings. They actually thought I'd be happy for them eventually. Lily tried to justify it by saying she and Mike fell in love after our breakup and that their relationship is meant to be. She insisted that they didn't start dating until after we were officially over, but I felt betrayed on so many levels. I told them all that I wanted nothing to do with their wedding and stormed out. Since then, my parents and Lily have been bombarding me with calls and texts, calling me selfish and saying I'm overreacting. They claim that true love is rare and I should be supportive of Lily's happiness. Now, the wedding is in a few months and the pressure is on. My parents have even threatened to cut me off financially if I don't attend. Some friends think I should go to keep the peace and show I'm over it, while others are appalled and say I have every right to be angry and to stay away. To add insult to injury, Lily recently asked if I would be her maid of honor, claiming she wants to mend our relationship. This request has left me torn. I don't want to ruin our family dynamic further, but I can't shake the hurt and betrayal I feel. So AITA for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after she secretly dated and got engaged to my ex-fiance. User Owls and Cardinals said NTA. The timeline here seems somewhat questionable. You were supposed to get married like 12 months ago, but broke up 15 months ago and they have magically been together for 12 months. I don't know, maybe, but have you considered the possibility that she is the one he cheated with? It's bewildering to me that all the adults in this situation accept all this without question and are putting the pressure on you to do the same. That's wild. It sucks to face the prospect of losing financial support, but you might be better off without the lot of them having much of a role in your life. They do not have your best interests at heart. I don't know if this is a new dynamic, if she's always been the golden child, or what. Even if I were to stretch my imagination and see this as a genuinely loving and healthy committed relationship between the two of them, you have not been treated with respect as their relationship developed. Your sister and parents really let you down, and they are digging themselves further into the hole by demanding you respond a certain way and by threatening and coercing you to comply. Ick, try to keep your head up. You don't have to go along with their celebrations, and build as much independence as you can so that you aren't too disadvantaged if they further try to control you by withholding financial support. You really don't want to be dependent on them when they've shown they value the peace in the family or your sister's happiness over your happiness. User Dr. Siegel said NTA. Sure, you cannot control them ending up together. They started dating after your relationship had ended. If your sister is in love with your sloppy seconds and a known cheater, all the best to her. I think deep down you will process the truth of that for yourself and maintain your relationship with your sister. But you need the time to process this. Dropping the bombshell on you 2 months before the wedding, expecting you to just get over your feelings and be a part of the wedding party as well is a lot to ask in this situation. Your parents and sister made a horrific mistake in not informing you of this sooner and giving you time to process your feelings. User Shot Assignment 7253 said, seriously, your sister was who he cheated with. The timing says it all. I would go NC with all of them because they basically want you to suck it up and be happy for your ex and his AP, your sister. Your parents kept it a secret. They chose their side. I have grown children, 4 girls. The oldest is 32 and the youngest is 21. If this happened with them, I would tear a hole in the sister who decided to snatch away the ex. The ex would never be welcome in my home again. I would fully support the sister who was wronged, and I would definitely keep no secrets from her. I don't understand this mentality of parents. It's always the younger sister who steals the guy too, for some reason. And all the "you need to get over it and don't mess up the family dynamic" crap just makes me mad. The younger sister is the one who crapped on the family dynamic, but no one wants to talk about that. You are NTA and probably dodged a bullet there. He cheated once, he will cheat again. Then later in life, your sister will be surprised Pikachu that her husband would cheat on her.